Tere tulemas PÖFF TV. Welcome to the television of Tallinn Black Nights. This time introducing a movie from our Rebels with a Cause competition. We are here introducing Black Kisses, Besos Negros, from director Alejandro Naranjo. Tere tulemas, Alejandro, bienvenido, welcome.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here. A little cold, but really, really happy. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, you're arriving in a snowy day, so it's cool. I really like the title of the movie because it defines totally what it is, like Black Kisses. Because the movie, it's about being totally honest and speaking to your audience. It's about the devil, but about love. So this crazy duality. So how you put together these two concepts about people who really love the devil?
Yes, the title is a metaphor about behind all these dark concept of the devil are only the fragility of people looking for a little of love. This is maybe the big metaphor of the film. And I think that in the beginning I was looking for the devil. This was my starting point for the researching. But in the end...
Sounds like a good title too, for the devil.
This was the logline in the beginning of the film. I was looking for the devil, but at the end I just found love. You know,
oh, wow.
And this is because in a Catholic country, you came from Spain, we are here in a country like Estonia, like have a tradition in Catholic religion.
Mm-hmm.
And when you grow up in a country with this background, the religion is really a foundation of the whole life. For me, the devil always was a question in my childhood, and this was a concept that grew in my mind. And this time, after my first film, I really want to enter in this concept about the devil, and I was hoping that I will find people killing cats or the fanatism. But at the end, I just found people looking for a place of
acceptation, no?
Yes, looking for a place where his love could be understand, who his, I repeat, his fragility. No, all these characters maybe share this softness, but is covered by all these concepts of exorcism, or that is really hard. I think that this was that I found that when I found this, when I started meeting the characters, I realized that the movie was not about a typical satanic or exorcist film, but the most interesting point was this daily life that all we share, independent if you are satanic or a Catholic.
Yeah, actually, we say it's about like Satan, but love, no, or devil. But it's not a metaphor. It's like really how it is, and you do it. You put it in reality or in images through the characters that you mentioned. And can you speak a little bit about the characters, because we have like this exorcist, which is really prestigious guy who makes the most famous guy in Latin America making exorcisms, plus a priest with his own church, but a church devoted to Satan, and among other characters. But these two seem to be the stronger ones. So can you explain a little bit more about them?
Yeah, the first character I found was the Monsignor, because it was researching on social media, so I found him really easy, and I say, wow, this guy has a story behind, because in social media you saw photos of him with his casaque,
yeah, who's dressed, no,
with his Catholic attire, but with his daughter and his wife, and in a traditional, not Protestant country, this image is really controversial. A married priest. You know, in Protestant maybe this is normal, but in Catholic country this is
It's shocking.
It's shocking, and I say, wow, and he's on church and he talks openly about relationships, sex, the Vatican ban about about these topics. And after this, I say, okay, this is one character. I want the opposite. So yes, and I found Edgar. And you know, where I didn't know nothing about him, but I found him, and I start stalking his Facebook, and saw his photos with his boyfriend and with his hamsters and his pets, and this was also shocking. So I had the
Because they are also a gay couple, which is not that easy either in Colombia.
you know, actually, it's
It's changing, but
see,
still.
it's not, but also because they are they came from the hard rock scene. No, this is not the usual hard guy with his boyfriend and two dogs, petite dogs. It's shocking, but in with these two characters, two opposite sides of the faith and of the Catholic religion, of this background, I need another character who oscillate between good and the devil, and this was the moment when I started looking for Gladys.
Okay.
So I asked to the Monsignor who if he could give me a list of his most relevant patients. I started almost 20 interviews with different people, so I heard really really weird and hard stories about these people, and one of them was Gladys and their daughters and her daughters. And when I met him, I met Gladys. You know, there was a connection, a really strong woman without fear of talk openly about her situation. You know, I'm possessed by an entity because my ex-husband make black magic 20 years ago, and she speak very openly, and you know. I feel, maybe this is the instinct of a filmmaker that tells you, oh wow, this is the character I need. I proposed her in the beginning. Maybe I can hire actors to make your role if you don't feel comfortable with. So she told me in this moment that okay, I will think. The next day she called me and said, no, I want to make my role.
Oh,
I
cool.
want to appear and I want to talk because I'm not crazy. People think I'm crazy, but I'm a mom. I'm the support of my daughters. So
This is how it is, no? So actually, like, you introduce really shocking characters that the audience will be surprised how they kind of even exist somehow, no? But I have the feeling that you treat really them in a really human way, and I also know because you have this background in visual anthropology, so maybe you use this study background to put them settle like a different society between inside of our society, and explain how we are in little boxes and so on.
Yes, of course. I think that in my first film, it was with Aboriginal indigenous people in the Amazon rainforest. So it was totally ethnographic work, and I think that when you have this approach, are two things that are really important. That is respect, and is a respect distance, because you have to understand that they have their own concepts and they really they have their own value, and you have to don't judge or don't think from your point of view. You have to put in their shoes. Using making an expression, and give them the distance to, because they have to feel in their own place, and they have to be. Also, I think that one thing that maybe make you feel this in this film is because we became a group of friends.
Ah, okay.
You know, Gladys, the Monsignor, Edgar, they was really connected with all the crew. Gladys say that I was her child, her son in another life, for example. So became this kind of respect, full and meaningful relationship between, because we know that anybody in the crew think that they were crazy, they were weird. We feel really connected. And I think this humanity feels in the images that we get.
Yeah, that's true, and that is what it makes the movie have that feeling that it's a documentary that you feel that you are in front of a fiction movie because the characters are so themselves and so like performing themselves that it makes you the feeling that you are enjoying a fiction film, even if everything we saw there, it's true. So, Black Kisses versus Negros in the Rebels with a Co competition. Thank you very much, Alejandro. Muchas gracias, and the best success for the movie after the world premiere here in Tallinn.
Thank you, Javi. Muchas gracias por la invitación.